Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Embracing My Joy. My name is Sharon, and it's been a long time since I've made a video, so I was making something quick and easy today. Kind of quick and easy. It's a lot of cook time, but it's worth it. I'm making roasted carrot and ginger soup. My puppy's going to come over and say hi in a second if you can hear his little pitter patter. So what I've done so far, so we'll just jump right into it. What I've done so far is I have 2 pounds of carrots here, and I greased the bottom of the pan with grapeseed oil, and I brushed the carrots with extra virgin olive oil, really dark extra virgin olive oil, dark and fruity, and I sprinkled with black pepper and turmeric. And I roasted them in the oven for about 45 minutes at 350 degrees. And this is what we get. They look delicious. And a little yellow from the turmeric. And they're just nice and tender. And these are cool now. So moving on. So now we're going to get into the soup part. And what I'm going to do is I have probably about 3/4 of a medium onion. Medium to large onion, you know, to taste, whatever you like. I'm going to just chop this up a little on the small side. I guess that would be a dice, right? Just throw this over here. And this will be blended at the end to be nice and smooth. And you can either throw it in the blender or use an immersion blender. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I did buy a new immersion blender. I'm not 100% on board with it because it's, I don't think it's the best pick. It's got a little suction on the end of it, and sometimes it just gets in my face a little bit. So either blend it in a blender, or if you have a good immersion blender, lucky you, and I would use that if I were you. So I'm just going to chop this up. And this is also, I'm making this vegan. You can make it vegetarian if you wanted to add cream at the end. I'm making it vegan. I'm going to add oat milk, or you don't have to add any kind of finisher at all. You could just leave it as a broth, and I think that would be fine too. But if you want a really creamy texture, you know, add a little bit of dairy or non-dairy at the end, and I think that will be fabulous. So I'm just chopping these up, and don't forget this is going to be blended, so you don't have to be too picky with this. And this has a lot of health benefits to it, and you know, of course, we all know carrots are great, right? Vitamin A and good for your vision, among other things. But I'm really focusing on the ginger part of this. So this is going to be, I'm really going to use a heavy hand on the ginger here because I have been really dealing with some serious inflammation. It's been driving me crazy. So that was pretty much why I picked this today. So I just want to get this on a medium heat. Get your saucepan on a medium heat. And again, fruity extra virgin olive oil, if you have it, definitely go for that. This doesn't look bright enough, but so just get this heated up in your saucepan. So today we're going to have turmeric, another good one for inflammation, ginger, and I'm thinking if you have it, ground white pepper. If you don't, just use black pepper, and a little bit of curry powder, and a tiny bit of garlic powder. And that should be it. That'll be it for this. So I discovered a new oat milk. I had been using Planet oat milk, extra creamy. And I found a new one that I kind of like. Let me show it to you. Oh, Chobani. It's I knew the carton, but I didn't know the name. Chobani. This is pretty good. It is a little bit sweeter than the Planet. Even the unsweetened, it's a little bit sweeter, but I also think it's a little bit creamier, and it's a little cheaper. So, you know, I really like the creaminess. I cut back on enough sugar in my life that I can afford 2 extra grams of sugar in my coffee or my tea. I'm okay with that. But if it's a problem for you, you know, go for the one that's lower in sugar. So I'm just throwing these in here. We don't need skins in the soup. Throw this in. Okay. Just let that saute until it gets nice and soft. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm going to cut these carrots. Just chop them again. Just, you know, I would just slice them. And I did try a couple of pieces. They're delicious. These are delicious. You know, if you can't get the roasting time in, you could probably put them in the microwave to steam them, or if you want to do just a quick blanch over, you know, over the stove. But I would definitely recommend roasting these before you throw them in. You can't beat roasted veggies, you know, just like with anything. If you're making like a roasted cauliflower soup or tomato soup, when you roast the tomatoes first, you can't beat the flavor of roasting. So I would recommend it. It doesn't take too much time to just peel them up and get them in there and forget about them for 45 minutes or so. And then you get all the flavors on top. So again, I just put turmeric, black pepper, ground black pepper, freshly ground black pepper, and really good olive oil. And that's it. So I really don't have any herbs in this soup. It's just a lot of spices, but the ginger is really what makes this soup. And I think if you try it, you'll see what I mean. And I'm probably going to put about, Jasper's sitting by my feet waiting for carrots. I don't think you're going to get any of these, puppy. I'm probably going to put about maybe 2 tablespoons of ginger in this. I really want it to be sharp, you know. 1.5 to 2 tablespoons, I think, would be good. I'm running out of space here. I could have probably used my bigger cutting board with this. Also, I started a new playlist on my YouTube channel, so I hope you go check that out. It's Bible readings, short Bible readings. You know, I try to share being born again, you know, just trying to get the word out there. And if there's anybody like me who is coming from New Age and feels kind of lost, or, you know, felt a little bit lost, you want a piece? Here. Maybe it'll be helpful, you know. I don't know. Sometimes it's good to share and have a little bit of a community. Okay, so let's see how these are going. You can hear that sizzle, right? Okay. So these are getting nice and soft. actually smells pretty good. And I want my measuring spoons. All right, so I am going to have a heavy hand with this, like I said. I'm just going to put the herbs right on top of the onions and get it all mixed in, and all the flavors all combined. Okay, so I'm going to put in about 1/4 teaspoon of, and I don't usually use my measuring spoons, but 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. And the white pepper, it does have a little bit of a different flavor from the black pepper. I feel like it's got a little more of a kick. I really like it. This is the first time I bought that, and I really, really like it. And I'm just going to use probably about maybe 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder. I don't want this to be too garlicky. I don't think this soup should have a strong garlic presence. Turmeric. And this is why I'm using these measuring spoons, because I'm really trying to get my swollen balloon hands down to a normal size. I'm using a teaspoon of turmeric. And also the flavor of turmeric is really, really good. It actually is really good. If you and I know this just from drinking turmeric tea all week. It's not even I think you would like it if you tried it by itself. You know, some herbs I think are an acquired taste. I don't think this is. I think it's very pleasant, and I think it's a good addition to this soup. And I'm using something that probably is an acquired taste. I'm using about 1/2 teaspoon of curry powder, which I love curry powder. A heaping 1/2 teaspoon. This is going to be a very pretty soup. Pretty color soup. And last but not least, I'm putting in, maybe I'll just put in a heaping tablespoon. Of ginger, brown ginger. A little more than a heaping, a little more. A little bit cakey here. It already smells delicious. Smells delicious. Okay, just stir that up. This one low. Very pretty color. It's like a rust, like an orangey rust. It smells delicious. Okay, and then you just want to get your carrots in. These carrots, I'll say, were probably on the al dente side, so they can do the rest of their cooking in the pot. Which is fine. Just enough to get the roasted flavor. You don't want them to be mushy when you're cooking them in the oven anyway, right? Okay, I think I dropped one. Did I drop one? No. All right, and then you just stir this up really well. Get that going a little bit. Get everything combined. And then last but not least, or almost last, you want your water. I'm doing 3 cups of water and 1 cup of unsalted veggie broth. Okay. Spring water. I prefer spring water. I would recommend using spring water or some kind of filtered water for your cooking. think there's a big difference from, not only is it cleaner, but the taste, it's a little better than from the tap. And then a little bit of veggie broth. About a cup. And then at the end there'll be a little more liquid with whatever kind of cream or non-dairy addition you're going to be using. So it's going to be about 5 cups total. This is organic. It's Kitchen Basics. I don't think I've ever tried this brand before. The brand that I usually buy, they were out of it as usual. But this one, you know, for me, as long as it's gluten-free, vegetarian, unsalted, you know, organic, I'm fine with that. Okay, and that's it. Just bring this up to a boil. And then let it simmer. I would let it simmer for about 30 minutes or so. Really get everything all nice and blended and cooked up. And then blend it. Get it nice and smooth. And I will come back for this. Get it nice and smooth and put your cream in, or non-dairy creamer. Blend that up, let it cook for a little bit, let it simmer for about 5 minutes. It'll be beautiful, velvety, thick, nice, it'll be beautiful. And that's it. That's how easy that is. So I will see you shortly. I'll come back when this is all set and I'll plate it up. It'll be nice and pretty. And that's it. I'll see you soon. Hello everyone. So I'm back. Okay, so I blended it. It's simmering nicely. I blended it with my immersion blender. I'm going to wipe some stuff off my ceiling and I'll be all set. So let's see. We're going to put a little bit of cream in it. And if I were going to use cream, you can hear it bubbling. If I were going to use cream, I'd probably use light cream. I think that would be really good. People like half and half, but I think if you're going to go creamy, you know, go creamy. Use the light cream. And I'm going to start with about a half a cup. This is actually pretty thick. 2 pounds of carrots is, I think, a good amount to use. 2 pounds of, you know, big chunky carrots. I think it's a good amount to really get a nice texture. And this is beautiful. This soup is really, really nice. It's really, really thick. Probably doesn't even really need any of this, but I like cream in my soup, so I'm gonna put it in there. And like I said, I'm just going to heat it through. It smells delicious. Actually, I'm gonna put a whole cup in. So I did a half. I'm gonna put a half more. Might as well just do what I know I'm gonna do at the beginning anyway. So you know, this is unsweetened. There's my phone. I'm gonna let that go. Of course, you want to use unsweetened, and I do tend to buy the extra creamy when I buy oat milk. So just keep stirring this up. Get it all blended. And this is going to be beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so just get that all heated through. Is my cover. Now I'm distracted because the phone rang. I'm just going to plate this up. I want you to see how beautiful this is. Let's see. Okay. Okay. And you know, you can add a little garnish. If you had some fresh parsley, if I had fresh parsley, I would sprinkle it on top. Maybe a little sour cream would be nice. I love sour cream, so I always say finish it off with sour cream, even though I never have it in the house because if I love it, I can't keep it in the house because I have no self-control. So whatever I love, I'm usually not using, unless it's like a one serving kind of deal. Yeah, but this is gorgeous. So I will take a picture of this and get this online, and I hope you make this because I think you'll really enjoy it. So it's just very smooth. All the spices are really blended in nicely. There's nothing chunky in here. It's just beautiful. Just nice and smooth, and it's probably could be a good soup for the fall, but here we are in the summer. So I want you to see this. I'm just going to plate up just a little bit for now, just so you can see this. And I will try it. I'll try it in front of you. So here it is, and you can see how, I mean, look at that beautiful color and creaminess. I mean, that probably doesn't look good the way I'm presenting it right now, but trust me, it's beautiful. And it's probably going to be very hot. It's just fresh off like the boiling point, so yes. If you want ginger, a little over a tablespoon is the way to go. I mean, this didn't even have to go down before I could taste it. This is very healthy, delicious, warm. If you have stomach issues, your stomach will love this. This is delicious. So, roasted carrots, turmeric, ginger, white pepper, curry powder, black pepper sprinkled on the carrots when you roast them, extra virgin olive oil, oat milk. That's it. Delicious. I hope you try this recipe, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Please visit my website. I'd love to see you there, www.embracingmyjoy.com. Feel free to check out my playlist for my Bible readings. I would love to see you there. It's just getting going. I'm just getting started. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming back. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button and hit like if you like this video. Thank you and have a great night. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.